Good evening, everyone out there on my YouTube channel. Tonight, we were just finishing up one of my favorite things to do with my students, which is finalize a fitting. And what I thought about when I was going through it, we were testing all the clubs. We saw the variance of the clubs from left to right with our Foresight launch monitor. And then we also looked at trajectories and carry distance. And so I thought tonight we'd do a little quick reminder video on wedge gapping, wedge flighting, and kind of making sure that one of the easiest things you can do to get fit for is wedges, and that'll actually significantly help your scoring options if you know exactly the trajectories, how far each one carries, and then how far each one rolls, and then how far each one spins back based on your common strike. So stay tuned, pay attention. This will be pretty detailed, but super important, getting the best results out of your fit. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. Here at My Pro Golfer, you know we like to keep things simple. And today, I've got a special gift for you to help you never miss a 5-foot putt again. Click the link below and download today. So gapping is really important. You want to know what distances that you hit with each club. And so what it looks like trajectory-wise and what it looks like strike-wise. So if I'm going to hit shots with my 56, 52, and 60, I'm going to want about a 10 to 12 yard variance in those clubs. And so for me, the 52, I can get that in the right conditions out there about 120, but I want it kind of stock 115 because my other wedge is a 105 to 156. And so I like a 5-yard gap, give myself a little bit of 5-yard struggle. So I know how to give myself a little extra to get a yard or two more, and I know how to dumb it down to give myself one to 2 yards less in my strike. Okay, and so that's that 5-yard variance that you want. So if I can have a 105 to 100 in my 56, a 110 to 115 in my 52, and then that way I can get to that 85 to 90 in my lob wedge in my 60, then I've got some really good opportunity to kind of see some variances in my distances. And so wedge gapping is important because if I just take it down a little bit and try to play a little bit back in my stance, the club's going to come out, the ball's going to come out a little lower with a little bit of a draw mechanism, and so I can get to a back flag without really taking a lot of risk, because now it's going to come out a little shallower, a little lower, and kind of chase back there versus trying to throw it all the way back, grabbing and sucking back on the green, which we don't want. We want to be able to control the landing spot and the landing trajectories of our wedges so that we can get the best opportunity to have that 10 to 12 footer or less with our wedge game. And that's what you got to do if you're going to be a successful wedge player. Hey, just give me 15 seconds of your time. I want to highlight these True Linkswear golf pants. They're one of our partners on our website, and they have great materials and different options from shoes to pants to shorts to shirts to hats to head covers. They're all about enjoying the walk. I want you to go to their link, and today we just launched the new 20% off right here on our website that you can use to get 20% off of anything that they have on their website. So go to that link, check them out. I've been in these pants this morning and I wore their shorts yesterday. Just phenomenal product, check it out. So that was my 52. I'm gonna go ahead and have 5 or 6 balls. Launch monitors definitely help, but you can also, with a range like this, you can kind of see it, shoot it with a laser, and then really the moment of truth is, how does it affect it on the course? So once you get your fit, once you buy your clubs, you don't want to just trust the launch monitor, but you want to trust from what happens. And so when you're out there hitting shots on the golf course, be like, really see where you were, see where it landed. You'll have a ball mark if you hit it on the green. And then what did it do after that ball mark? Did it do the things you want to do? Did it skip back and stop? Did it spin back? What are the things that it's doing? And are they the most optimal clubs? Caught that just a hair thin. Been a long day.
But let me see, give me my body, you'll see a little change, hopefully in my setup. And when you do that, it's okay, but let that be an outlier. Like, don't pay that the more the traditional shot that you're gonna hit. So if you're on a launch monitor and you happen to hit one of those, just move on from it. Don't think too much. You're looking for your average strikes, not your like excessively solid and not your excessively poor. You're trying to find that middle ground. So if you got 6 shots, 6 clubs, 6 swings of variance, that would be optimal when you hit 6 shots about the same way. So that's sort of where your middle ground's gonna be, not 9 poor swings. You wanna find 6 shots. So like that right there, we'd rate that, we'd take that. That was right at 105, just perfect. And the trajectory was really good there. So right now, these wedges are kind of gearing towards what I want. They're kind of getting that same feel. What I want, I'm looking at my wear pattern. My wear pattern is pretty square. What I mean by that is, if you look at the line of the wedge and my dirt line, you can see how it's just slightly into the toe, but that's kind of what I want. That's by design. I'm more of a toe down player. I want the toe to grab a little bit more. I do not want a lot of hosel movement. I would rather have the toe grab just a little bit because I don't like the hooky feel. I traditionally play a little bit of a draw, a little bit of a hook, and if it gets too hooky, that's a problem for my game. So just making sure that the wedges are doing what I'm hoping they'll do. And then on top of that, once you get yourself hitting shots positively, you want to do a little bit of tests on little short shots. So out there I've got cones, 10, 20, 30, 40, out there and trying to play a little shot. So play a shot, front of your stance, make sure it doesn't grab too much. See what kind of trajectory goes up in the air. And then when you're trying to hit little chippy short shots, play it back in your stance a little bit. And you're looking for how the turf interacts with the club. We don't want too diggy. We want it to be able to go through there with some smoothness, and you'll feel it. If you're a higher handicap player, you're gonna want to feel more bounce. You're gonna want to feel like a slide through the grass versus a dig. If you're a low handicap player and you can play little shots kind of like this, kind of back in your stance, a little low checker. That ball kind of checked and spun a little bit right on me. You want to be able to see the turf grabbing a little bit on the toe. If it's not, then you've got too much heel down, toe up in your golf swing. We want to be able to sort of make sure that grabs. We're trying to hit those little cutters to get that spin off the face. That'd be really, really helpful for gaining some scoring clubs in your bag that are going to be helpful and not hurtful to your game.
Hey, just want to remind you to not forget on getting your free gift below on how to never miss a 5-foot putt.
All right, last but not least, we're going to get into the lob wedge. I've got my 5 or 6 shots. And again, we're just going to hit a few. Let the ball get up in the air. If you are seeing a decent shot, then rate that shot. If you're hitting your best shot, don't go off that. You're not going to hit your best shot every day, all the time. So just get yourself in your normal setup. Hit your swing, make your swing, trying to hit it into that bucket. That's why it's there. Because I don't want to like chase it too hard. I want to think about lifting it. I want the ground interaction. And so it's 40 to that cone. It's 70 to that, and that carried another 10, 12 yards. So that was 82, and it's kind of right in my zone here for the lob wedge. So right now this fit is fine. I'm excited about going and playing with it and getting myself out there on the golf course, knowing my yardages. And once my yardages are dialed in, I know where I can go. And so I really would encourage you, even with wedges, one of the things we're doing a lot of now is putting a green on like a GPS or like an app, like an Arccos or a Gin. Where's the fattest circle in the green, and what does the variance of your wedges go? Like, can I pull a wedge 10 yards? Well, the answer is yes. Can I push a wedge 10 yards? Yeah. Could I push it 15? Probably not. That's probably a little excessive. So take that circle and put it on the green, the 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. Can I fat it 10 yards? Absolutely. Can I thin it 10 yards? Yeah, I can. So put that circle, the potential on all 4 sides of where this club could go, and hit to that. I've really succeeded lately in hitting the green and giving myself 15 to 12 footers versus once or twice around I'd hit it really close, But then 3 or 4 times around, I'd hit it to the front edge and it would spin off, or I'd have some sort of awkward, just too far, but right at it shot. I'm moving myself away from that philosophy. I'm trying to fit more fat parts of greens and give myself more chances at it. I'm seeing the high scores go away. I'm not going as low as I had sometimes, but my game's not quite where it was 2 years ago. And so even though I'm striking the ball better and doing a lot of better things, I still think that making some corrections as far as thinking of myself more as a, trying to shoot 72 every day. That was a really good one. That should be a nice yardage we'll pick. Yeah, right in that 90 zone. By doing that, I'm going to get rid of the high shot potential. I'm just going to get rid of the 81, 82s that are available, even though I'm striking it better than that, and learning to putt and score to get a 72 be my average, and getting, when I putt well or putt special, that 68, 67 can come into play. So I hope you guys have a great evening. It's sun setting here in Tampa, Florida, and we had just an awesome day. Got to play a match this morning. Won a few schmeckles and got to fit today. And then we got a student that got her clubs brand new out of the box. It's just a great experience. It's a great overall day as being a golf professional. If you like the channel, like it. If you like this video, I want you to subscribe, because there's a ton more videos just like it. I've got over 200 videos now for you to help. And then if you want to buy courses where I can take you step by step through all the minutia of YouTube, click the link below. Let me have your email, and the new Couch to Course video is going to be launched here in just a couple of months, and you guys will really benefit from seeing it step by step, really organized, really concise, so that you can get off of YouTube and come out here and play just like everybody else down on this driving range. Have a great night. We'll see you next Thursday at 6 a.m.